Hey guys, so recently I've been experimenting running a microphone through the Octatrack in an effort to create quick little loops. So I'm just running my mic through a mixer and then straight into the Octatrack. So I'm going to show you how you can sample simple things like a kalimba and a bunch of different instruments or your voice and create quick little loops for hip hop or any other genre. So now that we've captured our loop, we can start manipulating it. Then we can jump to our second track and record something in there. And then we can quickly add a little drum loop via Ableton Live. And the cool thing is, once you've set up a little kind of manipulated loop in the playback flex mode, you can then just instantly override the different samples and instantly get that. All right, so for those of you who are curious how I set up the Octatrack, so for each track, I have the exact same setup. So I'm just going to show you how I did it for track 1. So to set up the recording side, you go into the recording options by doing function and pressing the record button you want. So in this case, I've set my input to only go from input A because that's the only input that the microphone is going into. Once this screen is open, now when you place triggers, it'll place record triggers instead of play triggers. So for example, I can go here and I can place triggers where I want the recording to start. So what I did for my case is I only placed it on the first step. If you place a standard trigger like the red one here, every time it goes over, it'll override the previous recording. But in my case, since I'm sampling kind of one-shot type of deals, you can add one-shot recording triggers by holding function and then pressing the trigger you want. And then if you tap this button again, it'll clear that recording so that next time it goes around, it'll record again. So then once you're out of the recording mode, you're into the standard playback. So to get the playback working, you effectively need to just load a flex machine. So if you double tap on the track, go to the flex machine and then pick the corresponding recording. So in this case, R1, because I want my recording buffer 1 to go into here. Then your triggers will trigger whatever recording is in the buffer, so whatever you sampled. But then you can go crazy by adding a bunch of different steps, and then for each step you can parameter lock. So you can hold this, you can change the pitch value, and then you have a bunch of different effects, reverbs, amps. This is how you can get really glitchy, kind of quick manipulations of loops. I think this setup right now is what I like the most about it. Is I can just quickly sing and throw random sounds into it and instantly create kind of interesting, weird loops that I can then quickly record into Ableton and then use that for songs. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next.